Hi there, my name's Chris Can with Mining Journal, and with me I have Ben Jupp from the SRK Exploration team discussing the future of exploration. And in this particular conversation, we're going to take a look at using data to improve exploration success. Hi, Ben.
G'day, Chris. Thanks for having me here.
Our pleasure. Ben, there's a lot of new tools, technologies, a huge amount of data sets being created to help geologists make discoveries, particularly where there is need for information undercover and at depth. What are the exploration technologies and how is data being used to actually to make those breakthroughs? Where are we seeing the most success?
Uh, yeah, certainly. So we're actually in the midst of a really interesting time. Obviously, much like the rest of the world, it's a digital transformation with the types of data we're collecting. There's a wide range of new innovations being developed and integrated into the interpretation and collection of data sets. Things from simple like drones, satellite data, but also how we're integrating into our various platforms. We've been lucky enough recently to have worked on a number of projects through South America, but also Scandinavia with some innovations using machine learning or artificial intelligence. So, like AI, it's not exactly new, but how it's being applied in geoscience is some of the more innovative methods that are being applied. So, the process we were integrating was really about trying to predict where mineralization was across a broad region. So, looking at belt scale studies for Chile and Peru, but also extending this into continental scale areas such as in Northern Europe. So quite a large study. So by integrating machine learning, we were able to use known deposits to try to predict where other deposits might be in the regions. So the process effectively tries to establish relationships between known deposits with the data sets and then make predictions from these data sets. But one of the key things that we undertook is really about integrating the mineral systems process to this. So by integrating the mineral systems process, it enabled geological knowledge to really be integrated into the process as opposed to just using data-driven techniques. It's having that underlying geological knowledge, which is fundamental to the process and ensures that the end results are more geologically realistic. And you've got more confidence in the results. We also integrated this with a more knowledge-driven approach using fuzzy logic, which is a fairly well-known, well-trodden technique, but having that combined process really provided an extra level of confidence with our results. So it's the integration of the new data analytics techniques with the more traditional, which was really quite successful.
Staying on AI, Ben, because there is so much interest around this topic. How important is the data sets? And obviously Latin America, depending on the type of deposit, it's a fairly mature exploration region.
Mm.
Do you need a certain quality of data and volume of data to make these things work, or can you apply them to pretty much any jurisdiction you're looking at?
It's a very good point you raised. The data really is fundamental to the process. You really want good quality data sets. It's the whole garbage in, garbage out type of scenario. So if you've got full coverage of your data sets, geophysics in particular, particularly looking in undercover regions, we also developed a number of mineral system proxies which were fed into the process to ensure that we had full interpretations of the structure, the geology, particularly in the undercover regions, to help guide the process. But we were also unable to use other data sets which were sparse, so things like our geochemistry. So if you don't have full coverage, it can create certain biases in the process. So by using this data set as a post-processing sort of confirmatory layer really gave us that ability to still use it, but to not have that potential bias introduced into the outputs. So yes, data coverage is really quite critical to the process, and having good quality data is key.
If we're looking at the future of exploration, as we obviously are, and we're looking maybe 5, 10 years out, for you, is it going to be all about AI and improving the use of AI, better data sets, better coverage, as you say, machine learning, and having these applications improved? Is that the future, or is there something else another technology or another approach in exploration that you see making that real step change and that big difference in discoveries?
I think there's a huge range of tools that's going to be driving our success going forward. But I do think AI is going to have a really key input into this and how we analyze and integrate our data sets. So I think what we're going to see is a lot of the data sets are now going to become more automated in their data collection. So things like uh, lab at rig type technologies where you're analyzing as you go through core scanning technologies as well, collecting really detailed data sets, detailed core photography. It's going to enable so much more data to be collected. But as a geologist trying to deal with that, it's the AI or it's the data analytics that's really going to drive how we deal with these large data sets. But it's also going to reduce the need for a lot of this really mundane, boring data collection tools and necessities as a geologist. And it's going to be really more about how we get to spend more time interpreting the data and getting the most from these data sets. So it's not going to be a one-stop shop, one thing cures all sort of scenario. It's going to be a wide range of tools and trying to integrate the best geological fundamentals to these data sets to get the best results. And I think that's really going to underpin how we make discoveries going forward.
Ben, that's all we've got time for, but thanks so much for joining us.
No worries. Thank you very much.